Good morning, dear students, grade 7. This is Mr. Gamal, English language arts. This is vocab lesson, unit 10. All right, open your booklet, page 71. If you don't have the booklet even, you can look at this page or these pages I'll show you on this site or on this work. You can depend on it, or if you have the workbook, you can work on it. All right, Unit 10, this is Farewell Blue Yodeler. As I told you before, the way of dealing with this booklet or this vocab course, this is only to read the passage, understand it partly, not completely, not necessary to understand it completely. You try to guess the meaning of these bold-typed words from or through the context, and then we'll take the first 10 vocab definitions as homework. We'll discuss it together, and then you will take to study as homework. And this is one session. Another time we'll take the other 10 items of vocabulary to study, and then we'll make exercise later on. Now let's start. Farewell Blue Yodeler. This is the start. With the passing last week of Jimmy Rogers, the country lost a great performer, but it's a testament to the kind of man he was that many of his fans will take the loss personally, as if the Blue Yodeler, as we like to call him and will remember him, was a friend of ours. Thankfully, we have got his records to keep with us as a mementos. All right, look at this word, mementos. What can you guess? How can you guess the meaning can be from the context? We have got his records to keep with us as what? Mementos. He passed away, he died. Now his records continue with us as what? Mementos. Did you see how the word is divided? Mementos, all right? Like related to memories, or similar to it. So it can be something like reminder of someone or something in the past. All right, James Charles Rogers was born in Meridian, Mississippi, 1897. His name, his mama, him when he was just a kid, and Jimmy was raised by relatives in Mississippi and Alabama. When he was a little older, he returned to Meridian to live with his father, Aaron, who was a maintenance foreman on the Mobile and Ohio Railroad. Jimmy had no rigorous musical training, but he learned to sing and play guitar. Still a boy, Jimmy proved to be a nonconformist. He secretly organized a traveling show. When Aaron Rodgers found out he had the good sense to foil his son's plans, he tracked Jimmy down and dragged him home. But the stunt was more than the bumbling behavior of an unruly kid. Jimmy showed the same initiative again, formulating a second plan to get out on the roads and sing. He charged a pricey canvas tent in his father's name and hit the road to make music. His father might have understood Jimmy's love of music, but he probably didn't want the boy to delude himself about a musician's life. He set out again to pry his son from the road. Soon Aaron got Jimmy a job as a water boy with the railroad. Within a few years, Jimmy was a brakeman on the New Orleans and Northeastern Railroad. Now Jimmy was a steady working man, but he never lost his love of music. All right, now this part we read together. Let's try to guess the meaning of some of this vocabulary. Rigorous, for example, this word from the context. Jimmy had no rigorous musical training, but he learned to sing and play guitar. So he learned to sing and play guitar. So did he have a good training before? No. So no rigorous can be what? No strong musical training, no hard, no talented, no professional. All this can be. All right. Another word, look at this word, foil. He had the good sense to foil his son's plans. To foil his son's what? Plans. He tracked Jimmy down and dragged him home. So he stopped the boy from continuing to play music. So what the meaning of he had a good sense to foil his plans? Foil. Is this something good or bad? Yes, this is bad action. To foil his son's plan to destroy, to ruin, to harm, to hamper, all this can be. All right. This word, bumbling, but the stunt was more than the bumbling behavior of an unruly kid. Bumbling behavior of an unruly kid. All right, this is unruly kid, not a good kid or child. All right, so bumbling behavior, is this a good behavior or some kind of bad behavior? Yes, some kind of bad behavior. That's it. And so on. And let's continue this way. This is only example of trying to guessing how to guess the meaning of the word from the context. Let's continue. Jimmy came down with the deadly respiratory disease called tuberculosis in 1924 when he was 27 years old. As a consequence of that abominable disease, he had to quit his railroad job. Ever resourceful, Jimmy organized a traveling show and played across the Southeast. He worked as a brakeman again and later as a switchman, but couldn't keep those jobs because of his tuberculosis. All right. As a consequence of that abominable disease, he had to quit his job. So, consequence means what? As a consequence of that disease, he left his job. So, consequence can be what? Yes, a result or bad result of something or bad effect of something. Yes, okay. The rest of the passage. You can read it yourself in the same way around. Alright, anyway, it's about the story of that boy and how it ends with a new type of music. Okay, now come to the vocabulary, the first 10 items of vocabulary to study and learn definitions. We'll take the first 10 vocabulary. This is page 73. You can repeat after me, learn the pronunciation, and pick the most suitable definition of the word. The first one, number one, abominable. 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 All right. This is disgusting. You can say disgusting. All right. Something very bad. Read the sentence. Unfortunately, there are many abominable ideas circulating on the internet. Yes, true. Very terrible ideas, disgusting, hateful ideas, and so on. Synonym like hateful, yes. Despicable, loathsome, you can take hateful. Antonyms, delightful or charming. Okay, bumbling. Bumbling can be adjective, blundering and awkward. Strange, awkward means strange in a terrible way. Bumbling, like terrible. Okay, the bumbling burglars were so inept that they actually left some of their own money at the home they were planning to rob. All right, bumbling. Synonym, clumsy. Antonym, skillful. Bumbling can be the opposite of skillful. All right, consequence, a result or effect. Okay, the sentence. Does he truly comprehend the consequences of his actions? Yes, synonym, outcome, antonym, cause. Yes, this is effect and this is cause. Number 4, delude. To fool or deceive. To fool or deceive. Don't delude yourself into thinking that you will become a famous concert pianist just because you played on one song at the school's talent show. So delude with the synonym, trick. Duel. To give out in small amounts. Or a small portion, small amount of something. This can be a verb to give small amount or a small amount. This simple sentence, this one sentence, let's dole out scraps of food to the hungry dogs. Let's dole out means give little pieces. The peoples at the homeless shelter lined up to receive their weekly dole, small amount of food. Synonym like ration, all right, or hand out, little thing. Engulf. Number 6, engulf. To swallow up. To swallow up, all right. The truck was engulfed in flames after its fuel tank exploded. Like surrounded, engulfed was surrounded by. This way of one synonym like encompass, like surrounded. Okay, next page. Page 74. Number 7, foil, to defeat or keep from gaining some end. All right? To defeat or keep from gaining some end. Like to stop or to hamper, as I told you before. The police will foil the criminal's plot. Will foil, will ruin, will stop, will hamper, will put difficulty in the way of the criminal's plot. This is foil. The synonym like frustrate, antonym assist. All right. Number 8, formulate. Look at the syllables of the word. Form, it comes from the word what? Form. So it is related to something like form, or to form something. So verb, take this, to invent or devise. To invent or devise. All right? The town board will formulate a tax policy. Will invent, will make, will form, all this correct. Synonym, define, specify or frame. Okay, number 9. Initiative. The taking of the first step or move. The taking of the first step or move. Yes, when you make an initiative, you make the first step or the first move. You start doing something. This example sentence, Dad is proud of my initiative with chores. My initiative, my first step, my first move, my starting, all right, and so on. Synonym like leadership, antonym laziness. Memento, something that serves as what? Reminder. Yes. that this cab is a memento of our recent trip, like remembrance, synonym, remembrance, or souvenir. All right, we'll stop at number 10. This is your homework to study the vocab definition from 1 to 10. Next time, we'll continue from 11 till 20. All right, you have to read the passage and try to guess the meaning of this vocabulary. If you'd like to continue the whole bold type words to guess the meaning of them one by one in the whole passage, all right, you can do this. But focus on the first 10 words. As I told you before, the way of studying the vocabulary, divide them into small parts. I mean 3 words by 3 words or 5 by 5. Don't study them all together. It will be hard for you. All right. Now our time is over. We'll see you next time, inshallah. If you'd like to make some practice or exercise on these 10 vocabulary you study, all right, we'll see you next time. I'll tell you. All right, see you. Bye.